The world is changing.
51 years ago, the War of the Wilds came to a stalemate. The people of the Graynor Peninsula set all plant life ablaze to stop the Stranglehold and built a mighty wall to keep the wilds at bay. All the while, they sat atop their monument, never truly knowing why this all began. A likeness of peace blanketed the blasted lands.
1 year ago, it all changed. An ancient god, once bound by old magic, found himself free and took his vengeance as his shackles were shattered. The mountainous city of Bulwark paid a grave price, but in the wake of this destruction comes the first glimpses of the possibility for true and honest peace.
Our heroes venture from their familiar homeland into the fullness of what their world was before the war, a world they've touched but never truly seen. They find themselves caught between a land that has tried to end their lives hundreds of times over, and a country they helped decimate.
Under the canopy, they seek glory, truth, and salvation. The world is changing, and their hands will guide it. Hello, and welcome back to Another Path. My name is Chase, and I continue to be your GM. Today, tense family discussions are followed up with accidentally omitted information. Thank you to our backers, Nate, JJ, and Roger, for their support. With that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your trip down Another Path. Amareya Dejani, can you please come in? And he moves in.
Hearing the tone, I'll follow him in, take 2 steps behind him, and picking up on the tone of the room, I take up my traditional spot, just slightly behind him, ready to go, and just kind of look at Mordecai and Zephyr, Baelet really quickly, like, what's going on?
Awaken mind, nothing good, I can tell you that.
Amareya Dejani, may I please have a word with you alone? Of course. Of course. Please, give us the room.
Oh, okay.
I will stay, if that's all right with you, Archdruid.
Sorry, we've been talking to a lot of
we have been speaking with the bishops.
That was a Griffin slip, not a Mordecai slip.
I was just coming for you.
We were trying to cover.
Yep.
She will not begrudge you that.
Because I'm reading this as family matters, so like anything she can say to him, she can say.
I
to
have
me.
no place being here. I will make my way to the door.
And
okay.
also maybe this will help with Jackson as well as Amareya's not being left alone.
Yeah. I do awaken mind to Amareya. I don't know if he'll hear it at all. And I go, this is not going to be pretty. Is these sort of aftermath stuff. So just be prepared. And I will make my way to the flap of the tent.
You see him nod slowly.
Yes, give me a... there are a few things left to, I guess, cover before we turn in for the evening. So I will be around when you are ready to talk more. Let me know.
Very good.
And I will head out.
And I assume Baelet follows, and I just kind of nod to Mordecai, and then not in a disrespectful manner, but in a my allegiances have clearly changed manner, ignore Leia and turn to Amareya and say, I'll be right outside. And I cast Warding Bond.
Ooh. Okay. What does that do?
I have to stay within 60 feet of him. We both get a +1 bonus to AC and saving throws. Or he gets a +1 bonus to AC saving throws and has resistance to all damage.
Okay. And then you take half of whatever he takes.
Yeah, so that, and then I take the same amount.
Oh, you take the same amount, yes. So, so it
gotcha.
is like the damage is halved, yes.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then I just have to stay within 60 feet. It is not concentration.
Okay, cool.
And I just go back and take up my position outside.
This ain't my place at all. I'm fucking out of here.
Okay.
And wherever Mom sets herself, I will split the distance.
Okay.
As is tradition for Mordecai, between Graynor side and Amareya side.
Yep. Absolutely. You grab a seat right there in between the two of them. They each take up a position on either side of the table, looking at each other. A quiet, uncomfortable moment passes. It's a long minute of awkward silence as you see your mother quietly and calmly compose herself.
Mm-hmm.
You killed my son. Amareya Dejani looks her in the eyes. Yes, I'm afraid I did. I will not shirk that responsibility. You've taken my other son away from me.
Hang on.
For a very long time.
I look to Amareya as if asking if I could speak before he replies.
He nods.
Mom, that's not... You can't put that on Amareya. You know as well as I that I have stumbled ass backwards into this entire situation. I stumbled ass backwards into the Nexus in Despera. I stumbled ass backwards into the Hunters. I stumbled ass backwards into Erden and being one of Amareya's body men. I stumbled ass backwards into him, back asswards. I'm
And he could have pushed you. At any point he could have. He could have pushed you back right. If he is as old as he says he is, at any point, that ageless wisdom that the gods are supposed to possess could have maybe pushed you back home, back to where you need to be.
This here is right. I'm not going to say that I don't know enough about the gods or the patrons or whatever to say that there's some sort of divine plan or anything, but do you know what Amareya being here means for us right now? It means we can go to this temple while you all are doing the peace talks. We can get him more power, and what chance do we have against this Graynor Lich thing without someone like him? You're powerful, Diamond is powerful, Dad's powerful, Vin's probably powerful. None of them are gods.
We have the guides.
Graynor is as close to that as we know about. For all we know, he's been the same king that we've heard about through the annals of history. Every Graynor has been the same Graynor. He could be 1,000 years old and we wouldn't fucking know it. So what chance do we have against that without someone like him? Being here right now, whether I knew it or not at the time, is right. And I know this individual, in all of his wisdom and all of that ageless meditation, whatever the hell you just said, he feels for the lives that he took every single fucking day. I've forgiven him.
I gave up so much to not have to come back here.
I know.
Your father and I gave up everything. And we gained everything. And somehow we've gained even more. And I'm still sitting in this fucking city again. I wanted more than everything to not have to be here, and here we are.
And that is not his fault. You cannot blame the dragon god for being taken by powers and chained beneath a city. This is not Amareya's fault. And I know that you miss Mako. I miss him too every single day. But it is... If it is as much my fault as it is Amareya's, and that you know to be the truth. Because I was the one down there. I was the one who gave Amareya the potion that allowed him to break out of there.
You see a mark of pain in that moment.
It is as much my fault as his. And I have come to accept that. And I hate it. But what else was I supposed to do? I said, damn the consequences. And if I could do it over, I would. I'd do the same damn thing. If Mako is on the casualty list that brings down Graynor, I'll take it. And I will remember my brother every damn day while I do it.
And she just sits there.
With that, I just kind of, realizing I got into it a bit more than intended, will just kind of sit back and also just sigh and exhale and take in the room.
Both of them are deep in thought. They have kind of a similar thinking face, which is, it's a moment that passes you by. And we'll step outside. Zephyr and Jackson and Baelet are standing outside. You hear the faintest mumblings from inside the tent, but nothing distinct. Nobody is raising their voice. Mordecai raises his voice a little.
I like, Zephyr, like, would have, like, taken, like, quite a few steps away from the tent. Like, he doesn't want to hear it. Like,
sure.
It's not his business. So he's probably, like, a good, like, 20-some paces away from the tent, just
sure,
kind of looking around, seeing the marveling at the feed.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Jackson, what are you doing?
I'm bringing Baelet up to speed on what's been happening on the peninsula, especially about the drought.
Yeah.
In case he doesn't, because I assume he doesn't know that.
No, he...
or what has been going on. And make sure that he is aware of who all is here, because he's he's our eyes in the sky, knowing what's going on person.
He rolls his eyes when you mention Kalen Kane.
Oh, is Kalen Kane here?
Yes, apparently.
Oh, well, that would be interesting. That guy's like sort of a rock star.
I mean, with a name like that,
kind of a douche.
I know, right?
Please. Lockstar.
A Lockstar, yes.
Fuck.
Thank you.
He's very good. Perfect in a fight. I'm like, honestly, he's doing a fair bit of work. If he's here, he's doing work with the guards for sure, but he's...
Baelet, did I just hear you call him a douche?
I've been out of the loop on
I just never thought I'd hear you say the word douche.
I mean, I haven't...
I love it when you get informal. It's very good.
I think we're rubbing off on him.
It's true.
Welcome to the fold, Master.
Well, this
B.
is what
Welcome
happens. I
to the
spent
fold.
like almost a full year in Erden with you.
I know.
Bouncing back and forth, but mostly down there. It's less formal down there, except for... And he gestures his head over to the other Amber Forge. As the three of you are out, you can get a view on all of the Amber Forge after a little while. In addition to Gamma and Vox, you also have Sigma, Tau, and Iota.
Ooh, nice. Is there like some sort of like fire where like food's being made, or like a dining tent?
There are fires that kind of dot the area. It looks like the camp is arranged along a row of smaller bonfires, each one of which has some manner of food being cooked upon it.
Cool.
The individuals here are taking the opportunity that, they're in a field, so they're actually going to spread out for the first time in probably several weeks.
That's fair. Well, what time of the day is it right now?
It's probably about 7 or 8 o'clock at night, and the winter, so it is, it's dark.
All right. Well, they're in the throes of probably one of the most awkward conversations. Does anyone want to get like a drink or some food? I know, Jackson, you may not want to stray too far.
I can't go more than... I can't pass that stick over there. I tried, and it didn't work, so...
That's fair. Okay. Do you want anything? I can bring you, like...
I really want a cinnamon bun now.
I'll see if I can find... I doubt that they'll have one. There'll be some back in their room tomorrow.
That's true. That'll be good.
You might just need to wait till morning.
Are we staying here?
I mean, we can, or we can go back. I mean, it's going to be a bit of a ride.
I don't know if we need to be here and ride in with them, or if we need to go back and be there.
I that's a discussion we can have, I guess. Yes, like what sort of message we want to send. Like, do we want to ride in with Graynor, or do we want to remain sort of a neutral party?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. So, a neutral party, we should either leave before and show up alone again, or leave this evening late, or we can ride with them. We can talk more with Mordecai when he is done.
Yeah, let's wait for family time to be over.
Yeah, I'm very glad I'm not in that tent right now.
I thought almost that I was going to have to be in that tent.
Oh, I'm so glad that you are not in that tent.
Me too.
It'd be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm good out here.
Like you didn't see what Leia was thinking? Oh.
I felt it.
I mean, you could feel it definitely, but like I saw the words repeating. It was not great.
What was?
But no, I will see if I can get
what was the problem?
Oh, I mean, inadvertently, of course, but like us setting Amareya free resulted in the death of her son. She's not going to be happy about that.
And you watched the realization come over Jackson's eyes. Oh,
don't rush in. Mordecai is there.
Yeah.
I think it will be as civil as that conversation can be. It is Leia that we are talking about. I don't think she'll snap and try to kill him or anything.
No.
But she's definitely not going to be fast friends with him.
Okay.
I think the best thing we can do is I will go and find us some food and maybe a drink, and I will return in a moment, okay?
Thank you, Saphir.
You're welcome. Yeah, and I will go, see if I can, cooking, a chicken or something, over a fire, and
Swamp cock.
just gather some food, a couple mugs of ale, and bring them back.
You're able to easily find some food. No cinnamon rolls, but there's some cinnamon hardtack.
Nice. I'll get a few pieces. I think Jackson's running low.
Hell yeah.
Probably.
It's caught on.
It did. All it took was destroying a mountain.
Yeah, no, your chicken's on a bed of cinnamon hardtack.
Gross.
A garnish?
Yeah. No, it's not great. No, it's on the side.
Cinnamon guard tag?
Cinnamon guard tag. There you go.
I have largely said my piece and would, loosely indicate to Amareya if he wanted to say anything that he can have the floor.
He is giving Leia the space to say what needs to be said. And after that very awkward moment passes, she puts herself back together. So you're a god then? Really? Like the guides? Like the lords? You are a god? Yes. There are differences, but it is semantics, yes. She nods. I don't know how. I don't know what. But I would like you to make a promise to me as a woman who is given a lot. Whether my son here would like to admit it or not. Who has inadvertently been forced to give a lot to you. For your freedom. You're going to find a way to make this right to my family. To my blood. She takes a knife out and sets it on the table. I want it sworn in blood.
Well, hang on, just if I may.
In blood, son. Not you. This is between me and a man. And this man has done wrong by me, whether or not he wants to admit it.
Well, he's a god, but
But right now he is a man, and he is sitting before me. And he was bound by men. And right now, he is more man than God.
I just want to say I think this is unnecessary, but I'm not going to stop you.
Fine. I will do this. Jackson?
I just kind of look at Saphir and hand him back the beer.
You don't have to come in.
I'm coming.
You don't have to. I don't want you to. Okay.
Yes.
And you walk in, you see Mordecai with a look, and you see Leia sitting on one side of the table, and you see Amareya Dajani sitting on the other, and you see a dagger in the middle.
I take a couple steps closer.
I am making a promise in blood. If you would like to drop the thing, so you do not also have to bleed.
I poke my head, and I believe he was just warning you so when your fingers started bleeding, you didn't get worried. I think it was just a heads up.
Amareya, I can do that, and I'll do that, and I drop it.
Yeah.
But at this point, your promises become my promises.
This one, only I will have to carry. to something I will be doing once I am on the other side.
All right.
And he stands up, and Leia stands up, and they move and look at each other. And Amareya Dejani is a tall guy. Leia is not a tall woman. They are looking each other in the eyes, and you cannot tell that Leia is shorter in this moment. Leia takes the dagger, and on her hand, just a quick cut, and hands the dagger to Amareya Dejani, and you see him cut his hand. You've never seen him bleed before. His blood is like light and fire. You smell just a hint of iron in the air as his blood splashes on the ground. And she clasps his hand, and he pulls her in and says something to her. Very quiet, and it causes her to relax. When their hands part, the area that has been cut is already scarred over.
Is that it?
That is it. Your family is safe with me. And she nods.
Thank you.
Of course.
You didn't... And then he shuts up. Thank you.
Right. So what is our plan now?
Right. So,
Well, the immediate, we need to know if we're staying here for the night or if we're going back to the city, depending on what political decorum is. Zafir?
Did someone call Zafir?
Family time's done. It's safe.
Oh, fantastic.
we're back to the other, much less stressful conversation. He said sarcastically.
Yeah, hands full of mugs. Anybody thirsty?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Cool.
please.
Leia takes a mug.
Three hooked by the handles in each hand.
Actually, yeah. Shall I cut the tension?
Oh, with a dirty limerick?
Of course.
Oh, please do!
Mordecai.
You can't control me. The book flips open.
I'm so ready.
I guess you did tell her about all the drugs, so...
Yeah, I mean, like, there's gonna be a much larger family discussion following all of this, but I figure in for a penny, you know?
You're a grown man.
So,
You can make those decisions, I guess. Please, go ahead.
love you too.
She drinks deep.
On the breast of a woman named Gale was tattooed the price of her tail, and on her behind, for the sake of the blind, was the same information in Braille.
It's pretty good. I don't hate that one.
And the best part is, Braille's canon, because it was on Amareya's name plaque.
It was.
Braille's canon, baby.
Braille's canon.
I play it out with a quick, like, ding, 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 ding. Wow.
Thank you. Now, on to saving the world.
Again.
Okay, so yes, to fill you in on the plan, then, a little bit, Leia. Can I call you Leia?
Yes.
Okay, Leia.
You fucker.
So yes, we are planning we have a trip past the autumnal line that we must take.
You're
in a
going
day.
there? At this point, she rounds back on Amareya Dejani. It's like, I said what I said.
Look, it is not a thing that he's forcing us to do this.
Fine, no,
We are
you're going
I-
through the accursed wood. What's
I
next?
appreciate your concern, but we are adults.
Who have frankly been through a lot of shit.
We really have.
And if we're gonna be going square up with Lich Graynor, then, like, this is just the warm-up
I mean,
match.
like, frankly, like, when you sort of, thrust the order of ages upon, the right of ages upon us, like, you were unsure, and I think we've proved ourselves several times over at this point.
None of us have died.
And none of us have died, not
Well,
even
there-
for, like, a couple of seconds.
There was the
So-
one, but that was your uncle, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Well, none
Real
of
quick,
us.
Real quick, though, I druidcraft a stick, and, like, everyone just real quick, and I knock on the stick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
I mean, there's probably, like, a table.
Yeah.
This is funny.
Okay,
And
cool.
the table is fake wood.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
certified
it's the artificial
druid
wood.
wood.
So we are taking that trip. While we are doing this, we were hoping... At this point, you and Baylit are like the only people that we trust from at least beyond this side of the wall. So we hope that you and those that you trust will begin the search for this phylactery while we take care of what we need to.
Why don't you trust Vin? Like, he's a shit, don't get me wrong. Why not Vin?
Well, I never really trusted Vin that much. And when we were in
shit.
When we were in Golden Inspiration stuff, he sort of had a pseudo version of him that was kind of with the bad guy.
Yeah.
Wasn't Graynor the bad guy?
Well, I mean, no, Graynor was in a crown and just sort of showed up and was like, "Hey there." There was a bad guy who was an Illithid, in a smoking jacket and a hat.
This causes her to reel back again.
Oh, we left that out the first time.
We did.
She puts up a finger, goes and does the thing with the mirror. Jackson, you see this for the first time.
Like,
who are we calling this time?
Magus Diamond, I would assume, again.
And yeah, Magus Diamond appears. It's been like half an hour, and you can tell like she's kind of getting ready for bed at this point. It's like, Leia, I'm trying to go to bed. Oh, there's more people. Hello, Jackson. Nice to see you.
Hi.
What?
Magus
Diamond, it's another sighting. Another sighting of what? To go along with Addie's. At this, Magus Diamonds kind of reels back. Okay. We'll get some planar guards, I guess, and keep an eye on it that way. But there's only so much we can do. I know. And
if it helps,
again.
It didn't seem like Lichnor and Illithid were on the same side.
Yeah, they were definitely working against each other, but Vin was working. Granted, he was Justice Vin, but
he was working with the Illithids.
He was working with the Illithid, so
that is good to know.
Yeah.
Magus Diamond has already gone, I'm not calling her back again tonight.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, and granted, the first time I met the guy, he sort of threatened me, even though I was in the throes of, dangerous work for the country that he works for, but it's fine. I'm not holding a grudge or anything, of course not.
No, hold the grudge.
I don't do that.
He's a terrible shit. Hold the grudge. And we will be keeping an eye on him, certainly. Unfortunately, at this point, there's very little we can do.
We trust you, and we trust that you know who to trust. I mean, aside from Graynor, which honestly we all sort of fell for, which I guess we can all agree was a great big boner on our side.
Yeah.
Could it be worth informing Amber Eye?
I will have a word.
Oh, that's another thing we left out.
What?
So, Bailey, do you want to take this one?
Right. I had to fight some Amber Forged at the same time. I don't know if that means anything, but it's what happened. And Leia puts her head in her hands like, okay.
Don't wake up Magus, though.
I'm not going to. That's my problem. I'll have to keep an eye on things then. I'll have to make that call myself.
Make sure you let Kella know.
Right.
Just in case.
There is a way that the one, Vox, the Amber Forged here, that is the voice of Amber Eye here, they have a direct line to Amber Eye. I'll have to make that call tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm honestly about to drink myself silly. I'm not going to, but I do want... No, I have to work in the morning.
Well, yeah, no, just I don't know if you have a paladin with you, just have him give you some of that good holy juice and you'll be fine.
Only the bishop, and I'm not going to bother him with that. I'm not in my 20s anymore. It's unseemly of a woman of my age.
Oh, just get the holy banana bag. It'll be fine.
The what?
Like banana bags, it's like, got all the good stuff in it. You sort of stick it in your arm and, it's like an intravenous sort of...
I cast protection from poison on my mom.
There you go. Now you can drink all you want.
There you go.
Okay.
I think that just keeps you safe from dying, not from being hungover, but it's...
You don't know that.
Good.
We're gonna find out. I'm amazed I haven't tested it.
This is gonna be some science.
All right, we'll do our first one together, Leia.
And she half-heartedly clinks and sits there and drinks deep, finishes the mug, polishes it.
Nice. Yeah, no, we drinking contest.
Mordecai
she
nods in
kills it before I
admiration.
do, definitely.
For sure. Okay.
Shift her blood, man.
I'm going to talk to Kane, and...
Who? I get filled in.
Yes.
Kalen Kane, he's a big deal.
That's a really cool name.
I know.
Whoa.
He's the coolest.
He's totally the bad guy, but I'm okay with it. Can we change sides?
Yeah, can we all become warlocks? I mean, like, I'm like a quarter
You're
warlock.
almost there.
We could be there so easily. Hey, Amareya, can we switch sides?
Warlock quest.
We can make a different kind of pact. Like, we can flip those levels if you really want to.
Ooh.
It was.
Realistically, I would need to become a cleric because I have shit charisma.
But yes, so the next thing I think we 4-5 need to figure out is, do we want to head out back this evening, early morning, so that we are by ourselves and then thus appear like the neutral figures that we are hoping to be in this, or do we ride in with the whole retinue from Graynor?
I think being neutral is not going to be bad, especially since Amaray is with us.
Yeah.
But I don't think we lie if somebody asks about, where did you go? It's like, well, we can...
No, we went to, I mean, yeah.
Mordecai wanted to meet his mom.
Mord's mom is here.
Yeah.
Plus, it could be worthwhile trying to get any preliminary information on our guide through the autumnal line. It might be a little late for that, but I'm just kind of throwing ideas out.
Yeah, we
While
should
we're
really
talking.
find out who that is. Yeah. It's been a long couple of days. Some things fall through the cracks.
While we're talking, I play the opening riff of Morty's mom, just sort of quietly to myself.
Mordecai shoots you a look.
And I at some point I make eye contact with Mordecai and
Flips
just
you off.
give him the eyebrows.
Just doing the like cut off, like cut.
Dun, dun, dun.
Leia is too distracted and does not notice.
She doesn't even know the song.
Can I come over?
Stop. Hugo, get him.
Ah! Rogar, defend me!
Gary Bacon.
We enter a Pokemon battle.
There we go.
I like shorts.
Because they're comfy and easy to wear.
Sounds like y'all are heading back into town.
I think so.
Okay.
After a beer or two.
You spent some time in the tent, just quietly enjoying a drink.
I want to talk to... Mordecai has the urge to talk to Mom about the wilds, because, like, Mordecai's frankly, by and large, kind of dug it out here.
Sure.
But recently, having just heard her "you fucking made me come back here" speech, I refrain, and I make sure to tuck the Mavo fucking amulet on my necklace deep inside my shirt.
Drugs are fine, but
Your son,
no amulets.
your son fucking converted to a completely different god while he was away too. Don't mind that.
Yeah, if I am going, I'm like having a drink amongst the men. I definitely plug Gaudium's apricots and apples.
Naturally. Roll me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I try to get Baylet in on like a shitty commercial type thing of like I'm putting on some bread and
Take
Baylet.
advantage for the assist.
Oh, nice. That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Yeah, Baylet's like I feel like half-heartedly he's like, that jam looks great. Where did you get it from?
That jam is my jam.
I'm so glad you asked, Master Baylet Haram. This delectable apricot jam can be bought just across the way at Far Reach Farms. Talk to Gaudium, and he'll hook you up. I look at like one of like the random just like guards and give him like a wink.
He just kind of shrugs and, yeah, I'll check it out.
I play a tune. Far Reach Farms, it is the place to go. Dun, 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 dun.
Pull a blank business card out of your pocket
Yeah.
and say, "Hi,
Yeah,
Saphir Shenastiliath, Jingle Smith."
Jingle Smith is very good.
If you need a jingle at all, let me know.
Jingle right?
No, I like Jingle Smith a lot.
Okay.
Anybody else have anything they would like to do in the camp?
Aside from just giving Mama a farewell, nah.
You grant her that farewell, and it is maybe a little less warm than your greeting, but you depart and gather your Kyrip Striders and head back into town.
Right before we kind of separate, kind of last thing to say to her, it's like, I know that your plate is so incredibly full right now, and I'm sorry that I am playing a part in keeping it filled. Just know that I am working on things too, and I don't know if I would be able to do any of this. I don't know if I would have been able to even do the Aegis stuff without you in my corner, without your counsel, and without you being a damn good mom. So just thank you, and I'm sorry.
It's a cursed comfort seeing a woman's son do right. Now go. I'll see you tomorrow.
Love you.
Love you too.
I do give a wave to Gamma. I do, if I lock eyes with Vin, sort of stink eye him for a moment.
He nods politely. Gamma gives a very stiff wave. Exactly.
I lean over to Baelit and say, hey, that mirror thing in there, is that like my scroll?
Little bits that kind of spendy, hard to come by. I'm honestly surprised that Leia risked bringing it all the way out here, but at the same time, it does make it easy to get a hold of folks if you need to. It's a limited circulation.
Is it just 1-to-1?
Pretty much opens up a direct line of communication that way.
Just to whatever the other paired mirror is?
As far as they can tell, at least. I'd be the first to say I'm not exactly sure about the mechanics of the enchantments, but safe enough for Leia, I suppose.
You should get yourself like a handheld one.
Yeah, that goes in
for
my
you
pocket.
and your lady.
Yeah. I just did. I'm sure Addie has some mirror. I was just
Unfortunately, it requires a bit of work. Maybe once this is all done.
It'd be good.
When this is all done, you won't need one. Hopefully.
You can sort of face-to-face chat. It's like have some like FaceTime.
I would like some FaceTime. Take a bite out of the apple and walk away.
Ryan,
very clever. I approve.
Ryan,
my FaceTime joke was going to be you can see her face and she can see your face at the same time.
Oh, that's pretty.
That was gonna be my bit, but I think it landed in a very good place.
See, I was just having a hard time deciding on video conference software.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, it would be so quick, like you can see each other. It's like Zoom.
But if there's a bad connection, it might sound weird. It might be a little kind of some discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to go from like the cellular, connection, connect on an intimate level.
Mm-hmm.
In the palm of
Skype.
I was trying to figure out how to make Skype work.
Anyway. These are the jokes.
These are the jokes.
All right, come on, Hugo. Let's get the fuck out of here. So that's how Mordecai leaves every room. Even if I don't say it, that's what happens.
Right. You and Hugo Thickmouse walk out of the room like a bunch of tough beach guys.
Nice.
You all mount up and head back into town.
As we're riding in, I want to use my pendant of Eagle Watch to shoot my vision into the stratosphere.
Sure.
And just kind of take a lay of the land. Also, mainly to see, like, if there's a secret second Graynor contingent following the first, or if like there was anyone trailing them.
As you are riding in, you first go past the Far Reach farm, where you do see a couple of the Graynor contingent going over to check out the wares at the hastily constructed late night jam stand.
Oh, nice.
Late night jam stand?
Can't you come? Get the stand!
Okay, Dad.
You take off at a pretty brisk pace back into town. It is getting cold. Very cold. winter in the wilds is not a pleasant place to be. Mordecai, you shoot your vision up. Your body kind of like lulls and flops around on the Kyrip Strider.
I just kind of lean down and hug under the belly before I go in.
And your vision shoots up. You don't see any other Graynor contingent. It looks like they are the only ones there. And you do see into the city. You see a couple of crowds gathering around in the lower districts, but nothing insane, nothing crazy. All seems to be fairly above board.
Cool.
You don't see sort of anyone like planning like an ambush around the Graynorian people?
I don't think so.
All right, that's good. That was a bit of a fear I had that like
Same.
we'd get back and then like, yeah, it wouldn't be good.
You guys know what I realized? If on my next barbarian level up, I get a totem spirit again.
Yeah.
I could take eagle again, which gives me crystal clear eyesight up to a mile. Wow. That combined with the pendant would be so fucking ridiculous.
Overwatch.
Yeah.
It's legit, yeah. Hey GM, is there any danger in a mile?
Them's the rules.
I get fucking god vision, like like spectator cam.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta cycle through your vision. Just click through the different camera shots.
Wait, nope. That one.
Fuck, now I gotta cycle through them again.
Yeah, damn it.
Right trigger, right trigger, right trigger.
Yeah.
Stop,
Pass
stop.
again. Fuck!
Shit, I gotta
go all the way back through.
Going too fast, I'll get another next time.
You get back to the temple with relative ease and make your way back up to the rooms. Is there anything else you wanted to do tonight?
Griffin really wants to break in under the temple, but this seems like a terrible time to do, because it's like, it seems so interesting, but I'm gonna get busted, like...
Oh, we're all gonna get busted for sure. And there's a drought,
like
so we shouldn't.
I know, like...
We could do that. Chase is ready to go.
I could just turn into a mouse and sneak down there with Hugo. Like...
Okay. All right. You know, here's the thing. Last time that we went down underneath the temple and muddled in things we shouldn't have muddled with, we did blow up a mountain.
Because isn't there the shit about, like, there's some source of power connected to the Forest Lords that, like, Zephyr felt under the temple?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so there was a big pulse of energy a while back that came from, like, the bottom of the temple.
Mordecai will just field the idea, not saying that this is something we do right now, but, like... it is the definition of sticking our nose where it doesn't belong.
Well, I thought we decided that we weren't going to do that. Like, we've had this discussion, haven't we?
Did we? I forget if we did. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we've had it twice now.
It's been a long couple of days.
Because that was the thing. It was like, do we help them with that? But then we get into the trouble of how do we know that they have a problem down there? And then...
Yeah, you're right.
Maybe, like, if we come back from the autumnal line and things are, copacetic with the peace talks, then maybe.
Yeah, I don't think we should step on these peace talks right now, guys.
But when it comes to that and the Mantellum stuff, I think we decided to stay out of it.
Because if we're actually helping the peninsula, apparently there's a drought. And they desperately need a peace because they need trade and food.
My curiosity can be sidebarred for this.
Plus, if we restore Amarea to godhood, we can totally just roll back in and be like, hey, we fixed our god. You want us to fix yours? And then they'll just take us down there. Because that's how this works. That's really how we've walked into everything that we've done so far.
Yeah. And I mean, if we're looking for, again, fielding a potential after Amarea, if we need more hands to deal with Graynor, frankly, I think that Lee would be, the Archbishop would be pretty eager to kick Graynor's ass.
I think so too, yes.
And we could maybe favor for a favor.
Yeah, can I roll insight on Mordecai? Because I don't think Mordecai once has, like, mentioned wanting to, like, get, like, find information below, like in the temple, like below, like in the
definitely
undercroft?
mentioned wanting to find information.
He has.
I think
He's
I
mentioned
have.
that he was looking for records about his dad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
wondering
gotcha.
if that's where they were.
Yeah.
Because
I was
in regards to
given
this conversation, he's just been like, yeah, we could go down there and look into this Lord's thing. So
I will tell you, based on Mordecai's -1 charisma, that he's not lying.
Cool.
Like, Mordecai's got a curious streak.
Well, I was just curious whether or not you were leaving that bit out.
No,
Cool. All right.
not intentionally.
All right.
I wanna, but I will listen to the wisdom of my allies and refrain.
Look, if it comes to the point where we need to help, we can.
What if I send Hugo? Just final pitch real quick. Like, he's just a mouse. What if I send Hugo?
I mean,
To see if there's another god chained up in the basement. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, like, if you want to, sure. Just know that that's risking Hugo a little bit. Because you don't know what else could be chained up in that basement.
Damn you, Zephyr. Okay.
I mean, like...
Nope, I'm sitting on it.
No,
Nope.
what I'm saying is, like, because, like, I don't know if Gary, like, just kind of poofs and you can, like, bring Gary back in the event of Gary poofing there, Jackson.
I mean,
But, like, a fairy dragon's obvious. A mouse is not.
I mean, the fairy dragon, I'm pretty sure, can also turn invisible, so...
I don't know, man.
I mean, like, I could send Rogar, because I could, like, see everything that Rogar sees, but if Rogar eats it, then I don't have another Rogar.
I am good sitting on this.
Okay.
we'll come back to it.
We'll circle back.
We have to come back here one way or the other.
This is true.
All right,
Okay.
so why don't we get some sleep? Because we sort of have the biggest day of our lives so far tomorrow.
I feel like we've had, like, 8 of those.
In a row.
Well, I know that our biggest political day tomorrow.
Yeah.
As opposed to yesterday.
Well, yesterday was big, yes, but like that would I feel like in comparison to tomorrow, that was pretty low stakes. That was like, let's have a casual brunch and talk about some sensitive subjects.
Yeah.
But this is like, let's negotiate a peace for the war.
Yeah, bed sounds good.
I'm a little stressed about it. It's fine.
Hey, are we...
Look.
I guess... I don't know, we haven't... It just makes me think, Zephyr, if we pull this off and there really is a peace, does that mean we're actually heroes? Because I haven't felt very heroic in a bit.
All I'm going to say is if this works out, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I know you said that you were going to do the same with me, Jackson, at some point. Like if things are fine, like we can spread the word of Amareya Dejani far and wide. Grab Addy, buy a boat.
I could do
I mean,
that.
if you
leave without me?
No, you can come if you would
What's
like.
this
yeah.
plan?
Oh, it was in a sad time. When, upon reflection of our former service, but you're more than welcome to join us. Yes,
Yeah, you can come on the
I don't know
boat
if-
too. We just you
I don't know if I want
you have
to
family
now.
here.
Mordecai, I would love it if you would come on the boat. Yes, I don't have family anymore.
I know.
And you do. So I figured you had something to stay for.
Potentially.
I've got Rogar and a big ass book, and that's about it. That sometimes lets me see my dead father. So, but I can take that with me. So,
Well, I've kind of gotten 2 of my brothers killed, so maybe I'm a jinx. So maybe getting the fuck out of here would be decent for a while. I don't know.
well, on that fantastic and uplifting note, let's go to bed, eh?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us here on Another Path. You can find our website and merch store at anotherpathpodcast.com, on Twitter at anotherpathpod, and our network at ghostlightmedia.net. You can support our efforts by donating at patreon.com/ghostlightmedia. A special thanks to our donor, Nathan N., or by giving us a rating and review over on Apple Podcasts or whatever podcatcher will let you. You can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly, Ryan at Ryan_Albrecht Griffin at Griff Cold, and Zach at That Guy Zach Robb. We'll be back in 2 weeks with a new episode, and until then, remember, a promise made should always be a promise kept. This has been a Ghostlight Media production.